Seasick all the time? Two of you in the same boat, okay. Yeah, that can... I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I've only been seasick once in my entire life. And I'm going to tell you about that time right now, okay? It was always a dream of mine to go fishing on my honeymoon. I always said on my honeymoon, I want to go fishing. And that doesn't seem that elaborate to most of you, but if you were me and you fished like 200 something days a year, believe me, for my wife to go fishing with me on my honeymoon is a big deal. But we were newly married. We went down to Mexico, so in love. What a beautiful couple. Well, one of us was. She's got a good personality, okay? Hey, she's not here. Oh, nobody's videotaping this, are you? Why do people videotape shows? It blows me. And I asked somebody once, I said, why are you videotaping? And they said, so I can remember. And I said, well, why not do it the old-fashioned way with your eyes? I mean, people look through this little thing the whole time and they don't even see the show. They watch it when they go home. But, okay, so we go on our honeymoon and we're in Mexico and we're so in love and my wife goes down the beach and she purchases us a fishing trip and she comes back to me where I was waiting at the bar and it was shaded there. So she came to me and she says, honey, I bought us a fishing trip. We're going out deep sea fishing in this boat out in the ocean in Mexico on my honeymoon. And I looked at the little picture and I'm telling you, my nipples got a little bit hard, ladies and gentlemen. It was cold. And the reason for that was because there was giant, big Shimano shiny reels, and it was this boat, giant boat with these big shiny reels, girls in bikinis. It was like a Budweiser commercial. I was so excited. I couldn't sleep the night before, pacing back and forth. So excited. I got up an hour early because that's how it is when you go fishing. You always get up early. I can't get up for work, but for fishing. So that's why I just started fishing, because I couldn't get up for work. So I get up and we go down to the boat. And I've dreamt of this day. I'm going fishing. I feel so macho walking through my little resort. Going fishing. See you later, boys. And I would go down to the end of the dock, and there the boat is. 40 feet long, just like on the brochure. Except 4 feet wide, ladies and gentlemen. It was like a floating banana, okay? I thought, it's okay. It's our honeymoon. We're in love. She bought me this gift. We'll go out. The boat had 2 engines on it. One of them worked. The other one just smoked a lot. It's okay, I said. So we go out there. And for those of you who have been seasick before, you realize that when you think you're seasick, it's too late. You're already seasick. We're out there, the sun's beating on us. I'm having a little Corona, and life is good. And then all of a sudden, smoke is billowing, and then all of a sudden, I started to feel it. And I thought, no big deal. I'll look at the horizon. I'll do all the things you're supposed to do. It didn't go away. So I proceeded to do what everybody does when they're seasick. No. I started chumming right off the side of the boat. And the captain, he was great. I mean, Manuel, or whatever his name was. Not that I'm stereotypical, but he might have been Manuel. Manuel comes up and he says, sir, are you okay? And I said, no. And he said, and chumming again, little fish all around the boat. It was beautiful, really, man. You're glad you stayed in the front row, right? And he started trying to distract me. He said, Senor, where are you from? And I said, Toronto. And he says, Senor, home of the Blue Jays, my favorite baseball team. I said, yeah. And he says, Senor, is this your first time in Mexico? And I said, yes. And he says, Senor, what are you here for? I said, my honeymoon. And he says, Senor, what do you do for a living? And I looked at him and, I'm a professional angler. I have never in my life heard a Mexican laugh louder, ladies and gentlemen. I still think to this day he doesn't believe that. And I use these shows as an opportunity to expose stuff that happened in my life, because it's my fear now that I'm on TV that somebody will find stuff and tell people and I'll get in trouble. So I always think I'll just do shows and tell people all the stuff so I can never get in trouble, right? So you know, it's kind of like an Oprah Winfrey show here, but it's kind of like Oprah Winfrey meets Chris Farley. I gotta be honest. I mean, it's a little bit of, you know, so you like to throw things, do ya? I knew a kid who used to throw things, little Tommy Thompson. First he threw the big game, then he threw back a bottle of Jack Daniels, and now he lives in a van down by the river. All the times I did that by a campfire, I never thought anyone would ever clap. But I'm going to wrap up here, ladies and gentlemen. But before I do, I will tell you that I swore nobody would ever want to hear that story again. My wife made me promise not to do it. But as you realize,